Alright, so I just got out of the shower, tested my blood sugar, which was at 6.8, which is fine, which is pretty good for like morning levels. Usually it's a bit lower, which makes life a bit easier, but 6.8 is pretty okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Levemir, which is my long-acting insulin, which basically works over a period of 24 hours, and basically what I do is I split that dosage into 2 dosages, so I have 2 of those a day, one in the morning, one at night. And then to just control my levels now, I'm going to take, if it was a bit lower, I take 2 correctional units, but I'm going to take 3 just because it's a bit higher. And the reason why I'm taking that, even though I'm not eating anything, is when you're fasted, or when you like throughout the day, your glucagon levels rise. And when your glucagon levels rise, your blood sugar levels rise, and that's basically just why I'm injecting a few units of insulin. So yeah, injections 1 and 2. As you can see, there was an orange injection and a turquoise injection. Turquoise is the Levemir that I spoke about. That is the long-acting insulin, and that just basically controls my levels throughout the day. And the orange injection is the one that works. It's the fast-acting insulin known as Novorapid, and I basically take that before every meal, every time I eat, or every time my level's a bit too high and I want to get it down, or in a case like this where I just give it a few correctional units because I know it's going to go up. Sometimes you can't really control it and it decides to just drop and instead of going up. But that's just diabetes and you deal with it. But yeah, it's time to get the day started.
Aside from my soul,
so my level did drop a bit. Had a bit too much insulin, and that happens. For some reason I kind of expected it today. So I'm gonna have a few of these, then go to class. And class. Right, just got home and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna make a basically pre-workout shake. I'm gonna have that. Basically my ratio for lunchtime is usually about 6 grams per 6 grams of carbs for every 1 unit of insulin for every 6 grams of carbs. But I'm gonna switch it to 1 unit per 8 grams of carbs because the last few days my levels have been a bit too low pre-workout. I want them to be just a little bit higher, so I'm gonna switch to 8 grams, 1 unit per 8 grams. So yeah, gonna do that and then get my hair cut because this, I can't work with this anymore. Alright, so as you guys can see there, my level is really low. It's like, I don't know, it's one of those days, like everything goes perfect for a few days and I decide to film it and then it's just not going great. So I'm having 40 grams of carbs, so that would be 5 units. Instead, I'm just gonna give like 1 unit. That's it. Actually, I'm also gonna have one of these Milka cookies, and then that's what I'm gonna have before my workout, and then yeah, I'm gonna have 2 more units for this because I had 40 grams of carbs and only 1 unit, so that should bring me up quite significantly. So for this I can inject normally, so yeah, 60 grams of carbs, 2 units. Right at the barber shop. Just gonna put you guys right here.
there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
Looking fresh. yeah, like it. Anyways, I'm gonna drink this Monster, and then today's a back day. I'm gonna record it. Hopefully, I've got a few friends that might join. I really hope so, because then I have something to film. Because setting up the Gorilla Pod after every set is a bit annoying once in a while, because you can't really get into the workout. But yeah, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna check my levels. Probably not gonna inject, because my workout will bring my level down. Plus my level should be fine now. And then see you guys in the gym.
Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Superhero.
And welcome back. So just got home after a pretty average workout. It's pretty, I don't know, it sucked, but I got through it. Did my cardio, and yeah, got home now and tested my blood sugar. It's 4.6, so I had some fast digesting carbs without any insulin. That's just to like prevent myself from going into hypoglycemia, and also just to replenish some glycogen. So yeah, I'm gonna make some lunch now. Lunch.
You're stupid.
Gonna make some dinner now, and then count the carbs. And what I'm gonna do is, instead of having 1 unit for every 8 grams, because it's post-workout, I'm gonna have 1 unit of insulin for every 15 grams of carbs. Usually that brings me that usually levels up my blood sugar to about 6, like when it's this like perfect, so to say. And yeah, if it does go up a bit, I'll give like 1 extra unit, but I'm having 1 big meal now, and then I'm still gonna have a little bit extra later, so I'd rather have 15 units now and then correct later in case my blood sugar goes up. The other reason why I'm having 1 unit per 15 grams of carbs is, remember I had that long-acting insulin in the morning. Now that lasts for a period of about 24 hours. That means that it'll peak around about 11 to 12 hours afterwards, and that's around 8 o'clock tonight, so, or like around about this time period. So I have to kind of decrease my short-acting insulin because because I'm getting more long-acting insulin right now to balance to balance it out. But yeah, just test my level 4.6. I'm gonna see how I want to eat, and then another round of injections. Alright, so 7.1 is still, like, it's not where you want your level to be, it's slightly above. But I did only eat like an hour ago, and it usually takes about 2 hours to get back to where it should be. And that's like the normal level that it should rise to when you eat carbohydrates, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna have 1 unit per 15 grams of yogurt, and that should be it for today. And that should be my last injection for the day. I hope this video doesn't turn out boring. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna edit it, but I just basically wanted to show you guys like how I basically go through my day in regards to checking my blood sugar, counting my carbs, my insulin ratios, you know, my insulin to carb ratios, when I inject what my different types of insulins are, what they do, how they affect me. So I basically just showed you like how many injections I do take per day on average. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a bit less. With that, I also prick my finger to test my blood sugar around about, I'd say 6 to 6 to 10, like on some days even like 12 times, like, and these things aren't cheap. I mean, it's really expensive. So to put it all in perspective, like a box of insulin, which has like 5 of these pens, is about 200 euros, maybe a bit less, just 190 euros. It's really expensive. A box of these, a single box, is about 19 euros, 20 euros. Machines you get for free sometimes, like you don't pay for them. Like I haven't paid for these, but usually you do pay for them. They're really expensive as well. Needles cost a lot. Lancets. What else is there? It's just so much stuff and it's so expensive. So I'm really fortunate that like my family doesn't have too many problems in regards to paying for my medication, and health insurance pays for most of my stuff, which I'm very grateful for. But it's absolutely mind-boggling how expensive it is, and yeah, I just want to like basically show you guys everything and explain to you that it's a bit more complicated than what it seems, and not complicated but a bit more complex. Does it bother me? Do I get upset about having to inject every day? Does it make me sad? No, not really. In the beginning it did, when I was like 7 years old. First few years it was quite challenging, and then along the way as I grew up, I had times of not depression, but you get to a point where you're like, why me? You know, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sick and tired of injecting. And like there was even a phase where I didn't want to inject anymore, because I was just like, you know what, I don't want to be. I want to be like everyone else. And there were times where I would just eat whatever, and I was like, I'll just inject whatever. My levels would go up and down and up and down, and without thinking about like the future, you know, like how this affects me in about 20, 30, 40 years. You know, I don't want to have any amputations. I don't want to have peripheral neuropathy, or you know, anything that can affect my life quite drastically. And so yeah, in regards to whether it like bothers me now after like 14 years, no. It bothers me when I have bad days where my levels just really don't want to go down or don't want to go up. Then I have to eat a lot and then inject a lot, and then I have to, or sometimes I have to inject a lot and it doesn't go down, and it's just like a roller coaster. Those are the days where I'm like, why me? But all in all, I can't change it, and I can live my life just like everyone else. I just have to be a bit more careful, cautious, and that's basically it. I mean, people who know me know how much I eat. I tend to also binge eat and eat a lot of crap that I probably shouldn't, but over the years I've also learned how to control my levels whilst doing that. But you know, no one's perfect, we're all human, and I'm not gonna, how do you say, I'm not gonna cry about spilled milk if I have bad levels for a day, if I have bad levels for a few days or so, if I overeat on something. I'm just human. But anyways, I hope this gave you a little bit of insight on what I do, how I am, what it's like to be a diabetic. I think one day I'll probably do like a full day in the life of a diabetic, waking up, eating. Maybe I'll do like a week's video where I show you some complications, because not every day is perfect. Like this day was pretty good. I did have a hypoglycemia, so it wasn't perfect. But I think I should do that. I think that would like educate a lot of people about diabetics, and because there really isn't that much education like out there. A lot of people don't even know how it works. People don't know what we use. People don't know what we can eat, because we can eat whatever as long as we know how to inject. But yeah, I'm rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me the favor of liking it, share the video, leave a comment if you want to see something different, if you have any ideas for me that I can film, and yeah, I'll do it. Everything for YouTube. But anyways, thanks again for watching.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
There goes a sight from my soul.